In an effort to counter President Obama's 100th day in office, the Republicans are making a push to rebrand themselves as something besides the Party of No, which is a label that has kind of stuck to them since Mr. Obama's election. Some top party members are announcing a series of town hall-style meetings about their ideas for shaping the country. The group will operate outside the purview of the Republican National Committee and will contrast their policy ideas with those of the Democrats. That's something that's been missing so far. Members of this National Council for a New America include Florida Governor Jeb Bush, Senator John McCain, Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal, Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney, among others. This is not exactly a crop of fresh young faces. The group says it's not a Republican-only forum and insists they will seek to include more than just their own ideas. They're calling on all Americans to participate in their policy debate. The Democratic National Committee, expectedly, is dismissing it all, calling it more Beltway PR gimmicks. Meanwhile, it's clear that the Republican Party must do something to stop the bleeding. With only about 1 in 4 American voters identifying themselves as Republicans these days and a favorable rating of 39%, the Republican Party is in serious trouble. Some have even questioned the relevance of the Republican Party should the Democrats get that 60-vote filibuster-proof majority in the Senate while also controlling the House and the White House. Here's the question. What does the Republican Party have to do to improve its image with voters? You can go to CNN.com/Cafferty File and post a comment on my blog.
All right, Jack, thank you.
Question this hour is, what does the Republican Party have to do to improve its image with voters? Jerry in Meade, Oklahoma says on social and moral issues, they need to stop sounding like they are the Pope making pronouncements from the Vatican. Their pretended outrage is rather boring, especially to the younger generation and anyone else who doesn't belong to the right wing of the party. Bob in Georgia writes, the Republican Party ultimately is going to have to find representatives, pundits, and spokespeople who are more inclusive of all Americans. They seem to criticize anyone who's not white, old, Christian, and so-called conservative, which leaves only about 100 people pure enough to be Republicans. Patrick writes, Republicans can get back by winning the idea debate. For every Democratic plan that comes out, Republicans should come out with an alternative. If the Democrats steal some ideas, so what? Running a British-style shadow government can force a debate on the ideas and alternatives. B writes, just wait long enough for Obama to fall flat on his face. It won't be much longer. Ted writes, I'm tired of hearing about the Republicans and their problems. They haven't created all our problems, but they certainly have contributed to most of them. Now they don't want the president to succeed in solving those problems. Stories about them are getting as old and tired as they are. Mike in Denver, normally when groups have an image as poor as the Republican Party, I would say they have nowhere to go but up. They are attempting to make progress, but up seems to be an elusive direction for them so far. And Ned writes, stop whining. Enough said. If you didn't see your email here, you can go to my blog, CNN.com/Cafferty File, and look for yours there among hundreds of others.